这个克林顿国务卿啊，就是希拉里以及我们中国这边的戴秉国先生来领导。那么在美方的这边的经济部分呢，是由这个盖特纳先生，美国的这个财长啊，和我们中国的其他的高级官员在一起共同来领导这块的对话。那么我觉得这个整个的这个回顾一下我们整个中美这个战略贸易谈判的这些这个过程呢，可以看出来这次确实是一个升级版。而且正如盖特纳先生昨天在跟我们的独家专访中说的是，中美两国的利益实在是太大了，共同的利益实在是太巨大了。那么在这个危机当前的时候呢，在这种巨大的共同利益的这种驱使下，我们相信这两个国家会走得更近，走得更紧。
那么因为中美两国领导人之间的这次会晤是举世瞩目哈，所以呢，还有一点我特别的想了解，就是当地的媒体，包括你所采访到的其他的嘉宾，他们都是怎么样来评论的？
当地的媒体特别有意思，有一种说法哈，说觉得这次胡锦涛主席跟奥巴马总统的首次的历史性的会晤呢，甚至是超过了这个关注度啊，甚至超过了 G20 峰会本身的关注度。我们可以看到，昨天全世界的媒体已经相机而动，在全世界的电视上，我们都可以看到胡锦涛主席跟奥巴马总统首次会晤的画面。他们认为呢，这次这个最大的发达国家和最大的发展中国家，这两个国家在这个让全世界就走向这个经济复苏路中扮演着最重要的角色。这两个国家如何去联手努力如何达成什么样的协议，确实是引起了全世界的关注。所以从这个意义上来说，他们说这个会晤本身的关注度甚至超过了 G20 峰会。
非常的感谢陈刚从前方给我们带来的最新的消息。在稍后的节目当中呢，我们还会适时的继续连线陈刚。那中美两国领导人在 G20 伦敦峰会的会晤受到了人们的广泛的关注。美国各界就认为呢，这次会晤为中美关系未来的发展奠定了一个良好的开端，并且对中美首脑建立美中战略与经济对话机制的决定表示支持。
Well, the U.S.-China agenda is a complicated agenda. I think probably economics is at the top of the agenda. And President Obama has accepted President Hu's invitation to visit China later this year. That's a very good sign. And I think that the Obama administration is off to a very good start in its relations with China, an indication of how important China is, both to the United States and in the world today. So the symbolism, I think, is very important. The first foreign minister, I believe, to meet with President Obama was Yang Jiechi. So the Obama administration is placing a high priority on its relations with China, and that's appropriate.
此外，美国各界对美中两国领导人作出建立美中战略与经济对话机制的决定表示支持，认为这一对话机制将有助于美中关系沿着积极合作和全面的方向继续发展。美国商会发表声明认为，美中战略与经济对话机制将推进两国在一些关键领域的合作，有助于扩大双边贸易和投资，共同迎战贸易保护主义和应对全球贸易失衡问题，强化能源安全，促进环境保护及知识产权保护。美国商会总裁兼首席执行官托马斯·多诺霍表示，美国商会欢迎奥巴马总统寻求扩大对华接触的决策。美中战略与经济对话机制无疑将有助于两国采取共同行动，促使世界经济复苏和应对共同挑战。
美国财政部长盖特纳参加完胡主席与奥巴马总统的会晤之后，也接受了中央电视台经济频道的独家专访。
美国现任财政部长蒂莫西·盖特纳是奥巴马政府的核心成员，年仅47岁的他是美国历史上最年轻的财长。他能讲汉语和日语，被称为中国通。盖特纳被誉为处理金融危机的专家。2008年，他与伯南克和保尔森构成3驾马车，主导了摩根大通收购贝尔斯登的一系列进程。他也曾研究亚洲金融危机，并参与制定了墨西哥、印度尼西亚、韩国、巴西和泰国的金融救援计划。1994年，他还成功地预测了墨西哥比索公司的倒闭。事实上，早在2005年，盖特纳就呼吁全球警惕金融衍生产品可能引发的金融动荡。盖特纳自2003年起担任纽约联邦储备银行行长，目前也是联邦公开市场委员会副主席。
Secretary Gardner, it's a real privilege having you with us on CCTV's Business Channel.
Right, pleasure.
Consider this your very first TV debut in front of 1.3 billion people whose language you happen to speak. What kind of opening remark or greetings would you like to offer?
I have tremendous respect for the Chinese people. We have huge interests in common as two critical nations in the world, and we're going to work very hard to strengthen that relationship. You saw our two presidents today announce a new relationship, a new strategic and economic dialogue, and we have just so much in common, and the world is watching us to see how we can work together to help address the many common challenges we face across the globe today.
So you were there at the historic meeting between our two presidents. What should we expect from the new, now expanded version of the strategic and economic dialogue?
I think China and the United States need to build the kind of relationship on the economic and financial front that the major financial centers, major economies had over the last 50 years. This is something we could have done decades ago, but it's time to do it. And as I said, we have enormous interests in common, and we're going to work very, very hard to make sure that our countries are working together to provide stability and growth for the world economy.
And what kind of role you will play personally, and what kind of role will the U.S. Treasury Department play specifically?
Well, the Treasury Department will play a lead role on the economic side, as you would expect, as has always been the case. But we're going to make sure we're bringing all the policy issues together around a table so we can take a comprehensive approach, and we can make as much progress as we can on common challenges.
中美之间的合作共赢不光光是体现在眼前的双方经贸关系方面，也将会对未来国际金融体系的改革进程产生一个非常重要的作用。那么就这个方面的话题呢，我们再一同来听一听美国财政部长盖特纳的看法。
Both yourself and President Obama responded directly or indirectly to Premier Wen Jiabao's concern about the safety of Chinese assets and wealth in U.S. dollars. But what's been happening seems to be telling us that there is a possibility for the U.S. dollar to seriously depreciate. Should we worry about that?
Well, I want to make it crystal clear. A strong dollar is in America's interest. We're going to do what's necessary to make sure that our markets remain the deepest, most liquid, safest markets in the world. You've seen this president move very aggressively to help bring recovery back on track and to make sure that the world understands that as recovery gets back on track, we're going to bring our fiscal deficits back to a sustainable position. That's our commitment to the American people and to the world economy as a whole. As I said, a strong dollar is in Americans' interest. We have a very strong independent central bank with a commitment to keep inflation low and stable over time, and there's no risk in what you said.
And will we see a truly responsible U.S. dollar during and after the global synchronized economic recession and financial crisis?
Well, as I said, we're going to make sure that we're doing what's necessary to make sure that the American economy, our long-term fundamentals, are strong in the future, and the world has confidence in the United States.
There are also concerns that the European Union might decide to print more euros.
Again, I think the common challenge we all face, and I think you can see in the actions taken by your government, is to bring recovery back. Now, at the same time, we're acting to bring growth back on track. We want to make sure that we're reforming our financial system so that a crisis like this never happens again. And you're going to see over the next couple of days a very strong consensus emerge around the world, not just between China and the United States, between the U.S. and Europe, between the United States and emerging market economies, on the most far-reaching set of reforms to the financial system we've seen in decades.
And your counterpart, Vice Premier Wang Qishan, mentioned in his article in Financial Times that China is willing to contribute more to international organizations such as the IMF, but China needs to be given a bigger role.
And I agree with him, and we're committed to supporting that.
And the Chinese central bank governor, Zhou Xiaochuan, has actually proposed a new global currency, and the Russian president has also echoed on this point. How would you respond to that?
Well, again, I think our basic obligation now is to make sure we're working together to promote a smooth, more stable, better functioning international financial system. And again, we have enormous interests in common, and we share a common commitment to that. And I've had the benefit personally of having a long, productive relationship with many of my counterparts in China, and we're going to build on that relationship.
Recapitalizing and reforming the International Monetary Fund is one of the biggest topics at the G20 summit. And as someone who used to serve the IMF, what concrete decision do you think would or should